WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
Initializing Johnny's house protocol. Positive vibes loading. Entertainment news loading. Random information loading. Sarcastic comments loading. Activating Hall of Fame protocol. Orlando's #1 morning show activated.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Wake up, get out of bed. I make sure the radio's the first thing I turn on when I enter my car.
It's a cool show.
It gives me an actual reason to listen to the radio. Y'all ready?
Hold on to your flag.
Orlando's #1 hit music station.
This is Johnny's House.
On XL 1067.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. Orlando's #1 hit music station is XL 1067. This is Johnny's House on a Tuesday morning. It is not Monday. If you had yesterday off, it is Tuesday. It's going to be partly cloudy. I told you the temperature's going to drop, and it's going to drop even more. The high today of 73. Right now, 50.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so the guy that created Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
Vince Gilligan,
Yep.
he was talking about how we need more characters like Walter White or Darth Vader or Hannibal Lecter, just because they're so like aspirational. And
Okay.
he's saying that like they're the cautionary player that they were created to be, but he said more good guys leading TV shows in the future is what he wants.
Okay.
He even said that he'd rather be celebrated for creating a character that was a bit more inspiring. But he said that we're living in an era where bad guys, like the real life kind, are just running amok, and like bad guys make their own rules, and they, no matter what they tell you, they're out there for themselves. And so he's just talking about like how he wants more characters like that.
He's the writer, right?
I know.
And you do pretty good at it. So
That's what I was saying
It's
too.
just a weird concept to think that he thinks that, because Walter White was all about himself.
yeah,
Yes,
he was.
I know.
That was the entire thing, is that he could have quit a long time ago, but
Yeah.
he had finally
kinda-
admitted in the end of the show it was all about
Yeah, he got caught up in it.
being the kingpin. It was all about me.
But wasn't it like he went after bad guys, though,
Well, no,
right?
no, that's Dexter.
No,
Oh,
Dexter.
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah, Walter
Why?
White he had cancer and he couldn't afford it.
That's right.
So
That's
he-
right.
So he started cooking meth.
Yeah.
But then he started liking the fact, because he always felt like he was disrespected.
Okay.
So he always liked the fact that in that world he was the guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, so Reese Witherspoon gave a little update on Legally Blonde, the prequel. So she was talking about how they actually found the person that they want to film the franchise with, and
It
she's
should be
very
her
excited.
daughter. She looks just
Oh,
like her.
my gosh, does she look just like her? So it was amazing to see like her actually talk about it. She was like, when I saw this person's tape, she was like, are we the same person? And the audition tape was amazing, and they talked about it, so they're very excited. It says the Legally Blonde prequel series will follow a young Elle Woods, pre-Harvard Law, focusing on the character's high school years.
Okay.
But I agree with you.
Yeah.
If they casted her daughter,
Her daughter.
I feel like nobody would be upset about that.
They're like sisters. They're
Yeah.
like,
Does
what?
she act?
I don't think so. I don't know
Yeah,
what
well,
she.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Mhm.
But she is identical to
Yeah.
her.
I mean, she looks just like her, but yeah.
So I love these articles where it's talking about like celebrities and what kind of like started their career or what kind of ruined their career.
Okay.
This is where celebrities whose big mouths have affected their careers. So as one of them that we know, Roseanne. Remember in 2018, she had that racist tweet.
Yeah.
And then
Shoot, that was like one of the last things she did, because
I
she was
know.
like her entire career she was saying bad stuff.
That's true. But ABC immediately booted her from her Roseanne reboot. Let's see, Megan Fox. She compared Transformers director Michael Bay to Hitler, and then
Yeah.
she got fired from the franchise by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
So
You
they were
can't-
like,
you can't do that.
Yep, Katherine Heigl. She got branded as difficult to work with
Yeah.
after she called her Grey's Anatomy schedule cruel and mean. And then she talked about Knocked Up, how it portrayed women in a sexist way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you did the movie, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't.
Well, I mean, it's any game, and hell, in here we play a game.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Cross outside the lines.
Yeah,
Go outside the line, see what happens.
absolutely.
Well, we've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely, we've seen it.
I think the biggest one, obviously, was Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
He was fired from
Yeah.
2.5 Men after, obviously, his drug-fueled thing that he went through.
He thought he was big. He was bigger than Chuck Lorre.
Chuck Lorre.
He thought he was bigger than this guy, and he's just like, okay, you're done.
But his outbursts, which were highly entertaining, his catchphrase "winning," which you play all the time,
Tiger Blood.
yeah,
Bingo.
in Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood.
So that kind of like ruined his
I
career.
was
for a
reading an
little
article about him, and it was talking about all the stuff that he did in that little span, because they were talking about Kanye West and how he goes on these like spurts. The fact that it took so long to get fired as Charlie Sheen is wild looking back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the stuff he did and he said, it's like, how did it take them that long to fire you?
I mean, just like Kanye, he was saying stuff for weeks, and he finally came out and said, I said all that stuff, and they won't fire me.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen went on a one-man show tour selling tickets to come see him in an arena, trash his network and his boss.
That's so true. I feel like Charlie Sheen was at a time, though, where Hollywood was still trying to protect their celebrities if they were like buku crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Plus,
they were,
2.5 Men was a very successful franchise.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, and they just said, forget it, you're out.
yeah.
And they said, you can't continue.
Like there's got to be a line.
Yes.
There's a line somewhere.
It was just crazy. I was thinking, gosh, he wouldn't get away with all that today. Like
No.
it would have lasted literally all of 24 hours.
Oh, they don't play
But
that
it
mess
lasted
anymore.
over a year.
Was it over a year?
He went on tour.
Yeah.
Sold tickets.
Yeah, and everybody went to those shows. It was nothing. They expected comedy or something.
No, it was just him ranting how awesome he is.
All right, what have we been doing and what have we been doing the last 3 days? We'll give you updates next on Johnny's House.
Maybe.
6:18 Tuesday morning, Johnny's house is going to be 73 as a high, 50 right now, and partly cloudy. And then later on the week, the temperature is going to drop. And I think the morning of the Cupid Underrun is going to be 44.
Woohoo!
Good day to run in your draws through downtown.
The high is going to be 66 that day.
Yes.
So by the time you're running, it'll be in the 60s.
I know, man.
Why?
Hey, but you got to think about it. If it's cold here, it means it's freezing up north. We need to call our boy from, what's the coldest place in the...
Duluth.
Yeah, you need to call it. I think they're like minus 22.
Yeah, he said, whatever.
Yeah, y'all over there joking. Let's see. Over the weekend, it was Valentine's Day weekend. So, surprise girl went down to West Palm Beach on the train on Friday. I love the train. I love the
I
train.
know, it's so fun.
Yeah, hung out there, and they have one of the best farmers market in the country. But I realized that if you ever gone to West Palm Beach, it's Palm Beach and West Palm Beach.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say you're from West Palm Beach if you're from Palm. That's an insult.
Yeah, it's like Cocoa Beach and Cocoa.
Yeah,
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So at the farmers market, it's for the people to come across the bridge from Palm Beach to hang out, but it ends at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And at 1 o'clock, they vacate. They go back across the bridge. But one thing I noticed there, they have more dogs in carriages than babies.
I can see that.
Yo, that is such a West
I
Palm
could
thing.
not believe it. I was like, I even counted. I'm like, okay, we sat outside in the restaurant. I'm going to count. Dog, baby. Dog. And there's some nice little carriages, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, let him walk.
That's like Winter Park vibes.
Yes. Oh, but it was packed with thousands of people there. But hey, after 1 o'clock, that area just shifts. The locals start rolling in.
Yeah.
But it was a really nice weekend. I enjoyed it. Ray, how was yours?
It was good. I had the kids this weekend. So Friday we went to a farm that my friend works at. So it was really cool. They had miniature cows and miniature goats, and it was just so much fun.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. And my kids,
You wanted to get one, didn't you, Ray?
Yes. There were like little chicks there, and I swear my daughter was gonna put one in my purse and steal it. Like she did. She wanted a chick so bad.
My wife is dying for a mini cow. I'm like, come on.
Real?
You have
how
to
big
go
do they
there.
get?
I don't know. Too
I'll
big for
show
my
you a
house.
picture. Like, yeah, it's crazy. They look like I don't know.
Like a dog?
You
Yeah.
want to pet that dog?
Yeah.
Don't pet that dog.
So, but also we had a pool day. I did some running. Yeah, that's pretty much it though.
Yeah,
Just the
that
kids.
weekend.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw a photo. I think the mini cow they're nice.
Yeah. They're
cute.
so freaking
They look cute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did they make noise though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
B, how was yours?
That was good. We didn't do anything for Valentine's Day because we did that night before, and my wife had to work on Friday. So on Saturday, we went over to my friend Marcus's birthday party that he had, and then my wife and I dipped out. We went to downtown Lakeland to hang out. They have a bunch of little cool rooftop like bars and restaurants and stuff, and we'd never been. So we just road tripped over there. It was cool. We had some listeners that stopped and said hello, by the way, to everybody.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was just something cool to see something different, and had really good food and stuff. So we did that Saturday night. And then Sunday, I did some radio work. I had to come in here Sunday and do some work. And then, let's see, did some yard work around the house. I mowed my own backyard for the first time since we moved into our house because my landscapers be BSing with the quality of the work. So I'm going to do it myself.
Brian's going to start cutting his own yard. Go
Start
ahead,
doing it
man.
myself. It's a good workout, too.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then my wife and I decided to go have dinner at Epcot last night. It was nice. So we just walked around and did Festival of the Arts and ate a few little spots.
Man, growing up, every Saturday morning we had to cut the grass.
Yeah, us too.
Every Saturday morning.
I love it.
And we had a pretty big backyard. And I told myself as I was going road to road to road that if I'm going to make it one of these days, I ain't never going to cut grass.
Right. Push mower and not the kind that propelled itself.
No, sir.
No, we didn't know self-propelled. That didn't exist.
I had two brothers. Our yard was so big, we had a tag team. It was like, hey, when I get to this line, you better come and get this mower.
Part of the reason I never did it was because of that. I said, you know what? When I make $1 or $2, I ain't cutting no damn yards.
Every day, every Saturday, we cut that damn
But
yard.
now that I'm spending my $1 or $2 and they ain't doing a good job, I'm like, wait a second, hold up.
Yeah.
Woo. Man, brought back some memories. Nerese, how was yours?
Very eventful. So Friday, I went to go see Cat Williams. Really good show he put on.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next day, Valkyries. They had such a great game. Oh my gosh, this season they were turning around. Yeah.
Okay, good.
The first 3 matches. So that was their 5th consecutive win. So good on them. And then let's see. Oh, I went to SeaWorld. And then yesterday I made a quick stop down in South Florida. I wanted to go see my mom and give her some love with some massages because she's been taking care of me.
Yeah.
You know, I miss my mama, so I want to take care of her.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, and I babysat my niece, and it was nice. So
I called my mom yesterday, and she was in the car with a neighbor. The neighbor taking her to the doctor. And my mom, she has an iPhone, whatever the latest. Her phone's better than mine. But when she didn't know, she didn't hang up. So I heard them. And she's like, girl, you got to love our babies.
Put a smile on your face.
Do whatever you do. You got to love our babies. Yeah, my son's like that. I hung up. I felt a little
bad.
Yeah,
That's
I felt
cute.
bad.
But can you imagine if she said, "Ugh, man, he ain't
called in 3 days.
He think he's somebody down there
Stay
on the radio.
for sure for that.
Mom,
Down here thinking he's somebody because he on the radio.
knowing the rent due or the mortgage is due, he ain't paying nothing.
I ain't raised no Johnny Magic.
I think I'd have cried.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you would have flown up there and been like, what the heck?
Mama, what happened? But man, B ain't coming in for a couple days. I'll explain when I get back. I'll be back before you go.
Which one of the family turned on me? Because I know y'all been planting them seeds. Because Mama don't think that way about
I
me.
know, but I heard what she said. We come back, we're going to talk about your kids right here on Johnny's House. 636, Orlando's number one hit music station. It's XL 1067. It is Johnny's house, and it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 73. It is 50 right now. All right. Before we get into what we're talking about, we had Tiffany, who was going out with Evan. They met. She heard him, said she wanted to go out with him. We talked to Evan. He said he was going to come by Friday. He did not.
And if you somehow managed to miss it, Evan is the guy who calls on everything. Topic. There's no way you've missed him, but just in case.
This is kind of like a missed encounter kind of thing. Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning.
So you had the date with Evan?
I did.
And how'd it go?
So he was really sweet. He brought me flowers. We went out Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Because it worked Friday. But yeah, he brought me flowers. Like, he pulled my seat out. He was like a super gentleman. We had a nice conversation. It was a really good dinner. Like, it was a really good dinner.
You sound real hesitant.
Yeah, there's like a butt hanging.
Yeah,
because he is very sweet. He's a very, I think you guys give him a lot of, flack and things like that. And he's a good, he's
Tiffany,
a genuinely good person.
Tiffany, we're on 4 hours a day. We get, I think 0.01% of people that listen to our show actually call in. He calls in every day on every topic. How is that giving him a hard time?
And we haven't had dinner with him. So all we know is what he tells us on the radio about the topics we talk about.
I will tell you, he has a lot to say about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Trust us, we know.
Right. Well, having dinner with him and everything, he did. There was a lot of talking going on.
Oh, he did the bulk of the talking, you say.
But it was, I don't think it was a hit. As far as compatibility, I think we have some differences.
Okay.
In our lifestyles and things like that. But I think overall, he's a good person. I think I made a friend.
There you go, made a friend. So it didn't jump off or nothing like that. You got what you wanted, and boom, it's over.
I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen to me. That's usually how it goes.
All right. Well, Tiffany, I just wanted to check in. We got to run though, but I'm glad you met a new friend.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, and we love Evan. And he's like, well, you give him a hard time.
Yeah. We like everybody we love everyone who listens to the show.
We
just kind of mess with everybody.
It is our job to give them a hard time.
Yeah. And just like the real missed encounters, we connected people, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. All right, we'll move on. All right, Ray, you say your kids were doing, it's a new thing that kids do to have fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you know how we used to prank call people back in the day? We used to block our numbers and prank call people.
Yes.
Well, I guess now, because obviously my kids are only 6. And yesterday I had all 3 of the kids. I had my 2 kids, I had my girlfriend's daughter, and I was watching them, and they wanted to start prank calling people, but by FaceTiming them. So it's obviously
it's not anonymous.
It's not anonymous.
So back in the day, we would do it anonymously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they would FaceTime people.
Who are these people that they were FaceTime?
So I mean, obviously they have me, my sister, my parents, my
They
ex-wife,
were FaceTiming your
their
family.
grandparents.
They're not dialing random numbers, are they?
No.
We went in growing up. We only had telephone. You just random.
Yeah, so it's all their family members, their cousins, or everybody that has a tablet that they can FaceTime or an iPhone that they can FaceTime.
The person on the other end knows them.
Yeah.
So they would say, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I hear my nephew who's only 7, and they'd be laughing. And then finally my nephew was like, stop FaceTiming me.
I've never even thought about it. Can you FaceTime a random number? I'll only FaceTime my contacts.
I think you have to have
so can you?
I think they have to have an Apple product first, but then I think that you have to have their email address.
Okay, because I was because I know back in the day you could just call a random number.
Yeah.
But I've never tried to FaceTime someone randomly. Because why would I?
I'm sure you absolutely can just FaceTime a random number. I don't think you need their email.
Maybe.
I'm gonna find out right now.
I was a latchkey kid. And you understand, when I was growing up, there was no video games. All you had was kid TV they had on, so you had to entertain yourself.
Yes.
So all you had was that phone.
Yes, and yesterday the TVs were off, which was cool because they were all running around the house playing hide and go seek, playing old school games, playing with each other. So I was great, they're not sitting there watching TV. Then they started FaceTiming everybody, and then they would put the camera up to a bear and be like,
how cute.
And I'm like, you guys, it's not that funny. But of course I was laughing. And so I'm like, of course this is their new school prank calling or
No, you cannot FaceTime a random number.
No.
Oh, really?
So at least that's good. That's
So,
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think you have to have their email address and you have to be connected already.
Right,
but...
you do, yeah.
I remember the first thing they brought in reverse calling where they could call back
Yo,
the number
star
was
69 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I called the police department. There's some danger over here.
Oh no.
And they said, so where are you located? I hung up. All of a sudden the phone rang. Like, hello? Hi, this is Charlotte Police Department.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you call 911, they show up. So
Yes.
don't do that.
This was way
I've done that.
back then.
Yeah.
Just opened a memory. I did that once too with my sister because we were going at it, and I said, "I'm gonna call the cops because you're so ugly."
And you called them?
But I hung up, and they called.
Oh, they called back?
Yeah, they call right back.
They call right back.
I mean, they got your number. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to find out what kind of unusual or different things that kids do for fun right now.
Yeah.
Mine, I mean, he's grown out of it. Back in the day that they would play Roblox for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are you talking to? And he says, another kid. Yo, that's another kid. That's probably a grown ass
Oh,
grown man
yeah.
trying to get your digits. He's like, Dad, it's another child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like TikTok videos or like
Yeah.
dance trends and stuff like that, that's like a big thing that they're doing too. Like I'll randomly hear them say subscribe. And I'm like, you guys aren't even filming anything. Who's subscribing?
We did dumb stuff like smack each other in the back of the neck.
Yes.
Like, that was what we did for fun.
Yes.
Don't leave your neck open. Whack. That's what we did for fun.
Y'all are wild. I'm over here making those like S's with the 3 lines that you
Oh,
connect.
yeah.
You know what
Really?
I'm talking
Oh,
about?
no. We used to sit around and bust each other,
Don't
man.
leave your neck open. Whack.
Yeah. Oh, that's the word. You ever had your neck smacked? I mean, a good one?
Right in the
It
back.
makes you
No,
angry.
that's such a guy thing.
It makes
They
you
called it-
angry.
They called it the scoop. They
Really?
would smack it and then scoop your neck back.
No, it gotta be a cup. It's kind of you gotta cup it so it sound out. Because if it don't sound out and people don't go, what was that? You fight your friend over stuff like that. You do. I want to find out what are some unusual things that your kids do for fun nowadays. And if you're a kid, you can call in on this too. Got 4 tickets, 4 pit pass to Monster Jam at Campbell World Stadium on March 1st. See the world's best drivers tear it up on dirt in wide open competition of speed and skills. You want to go? Just tell us the unusual things that kids are doing now for fun. Back in the day, we ain't had that much.
No.
We didn't. We had our imaginations.
Pretty much.
That was all you had. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The XL Mobile is 41067. Live streamers, wake up. We want to talk to you and we'll throw it out there. We want to hear from you. Unusual things that they do now. It's unusual for you, but it's normal for them. They do for fun now. Hit us up. Somebody's got 4 tickets to pit past the Monster Jam, but you got to call us now on Johnny's house. That's Hosier to Sweet, Johnny's house. It is Tuesday, 6:53, and the cold front is coming, y'all. It's going to be here for the next couple of days. Let's see, partly cloudy, the high today of 73. It is 50 as you leave today. All right. Ray was telling us off the air that our kids think it's the funniest thing to call people on their FaceTime. Is it FaceTime?
FaceTime, yeah.
FaceTime, but it's only their family members. And when they pick up, there's a picture of a teddy bear, and they think it's the funniest thing in the world. It's not me, it's a teddy bear. So I want to find out what are some unusual things that your kids do now to have fun that you didn't do yet back in the day. From Deltona, hey, Tiffany.
Hello.
What do they do? What do they do?
So I have a 10-year-old, and he says they play a game called Doorknob.
Okay. How does that work?
And so I guess if a person farts, they have to, and someone yells out doorknob, the kid who farted has to run, touch a doorknob before the other kid comes and smacks him 7 times.
Good Lord.
Like, I want to be a part of the group that came up with the rules for this.
Yeah, like, why 7 times?
Well, my thing is, I'm just going to hold it.
Oh, exactly. But if they said if you fart and you say safety, then you're good. But
wow.
Where's the manual to this?
Wow.
I just love the idea of them sitting around going, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Yep.
Somebody farts, touch a doorknob.
And if you don't,
I'm going to smack you.
7 times.
7 times sounds good.
How'd they come up with 7?
Yeah.
Why not 10 or why not 5?
Nah, 7's good.
Why is 7?
7's too much, 5 too little.
All right, you hold on a second.
But we need a safe word. Cool. Safety. All right, that'll be the word.
You ain't smacking me 7 times, bro.
No.
I'm sorry. Game over. From Orlando, Dana, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, some unusual games that the kids are playing.
Okay, so my stepson is bottle flipping. He's flipping bottles all the time, and he will empty water bottles to flip bottles. His friends will come over. They will bottle flip outside, inside. It's like clunk, clunk, clunk. They'll be like, "Oh, did you see that?"
I can't do it.
They could do little.
I've seen people do it in some unusual. It's an art form.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, he will land them on the top. One on top of the other. So
Really?
It's a thing. They like bottle flipping. Yeah.
Really?
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I can't. I tried it one time and I just went, this ain't for me. I can't do it. I look real stupid.
It's a
doing
real thing, though. They're doing it.
All right, you hold on a second. B Grimes, put these over there.
Let's see. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just Google attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they work for the Boys and Girls Clubs, and kids now wear tails like foxtails, raccoon tails, whatever.
Is that animal thing?
Yes.
Well, if it's just the tail, they ain't all in. They're just dipping their toe in the water.
That scares me.
Really? All right. Tiffany, the doorknob game where if you don't get the doorknob, they get to smack you 7 times. We're going to hook you up with 4 tickets, 4 pit passes to Monster Jam, Campbell World Stadium on March 1st. Ray, what's going on?
Kendrick Lamar is the first rapper to do something.
Let's find out together in 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes. Right here on Johnny's house.
WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
This is The Weekend.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Johnny's House, mornings. Orlando's #1 hit music station all day.
1067 Orlando. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so Kendrick Lamar, obviously, he had a huge Super Bowl halftime show, but now if you look at the top 10 albums, he's got 3 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so it looks like his latest album returned to #1 on Billboard 200. It previously dropped to #4. Then his 2017 album went up to #9.
Okay.
And then his 2012 album went up to #10.
Wow.
So his 3 albums are now in the top 10. So before that, the last act to have 3 top 10 albums at once was Taylor Swift.
Wow.
She actually had 5 of them. Before that, it was Prince, and he did it twice. But the cool thing is that Kendrick Lamar is the first living male artist to do this.
Yeah, because it usually happens when you're
gone.
Yeah.
Who is Herb Alpert?
He's he plays a trumpet.
Okay, so he was the latest one to do it in 1966.
Yeah,
the
Herb Alpert,
latest living male artist to do it. Yeah. So on top of that, Kendrick Lamar is the first rapper with 100 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Only 8 other artists have reached that number before him. So I mean, the Super Bowl did bump him up tremendously as an artist.
That's why they do it for free.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, oh, they don't get paid. That's why.
Yeah. So congratulations.
And I used to listen to Herb Alpert. That's a crazy thing.
Really?
I know who it is. He had a song.
I was like, who is this?
Oh yeah, he's a trumpet player.
So also Post Malone, we know that back in November he announced the Big Butt Stadium tour with Jelly Roll, and that is actually going to be world tours now. Yeah, it's a world tour. So it's running from April to July in stadiums across the United States, plus 1 show in Toronto. But now he's taking it global. He announced the Big Butt World Tour. We'll have 18 international dates. I know a lot of people do travel out of the country to see some artists.
It's cheaper.
Yes, it is. And you can make a whole vacation out of it. But he's going to Romania, going all through Portugal. So it's all over the place if you want to check him out.
For you to get nice tickets here, you can go see him in another country, including airfare, tickets, and hotel for the same price.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is insane. So Jelly Roll is going to be with him on most of those dates. And then Sierra Farrell is the other person that's going to be with them. If you want to check out those dates. Drake, I guess, broke his silence about this whole this whole Kendrick Lamar feud.
What'd he say?
So he's got a new album, obviously, Some Sexy Songs for You. We talked about it on Friday. They released it for Valentine's Day, but there is a song in the opening bars of Give Me a Hug where I guess he calls out all of his haters and praises himself for filling up the itinerary till he's 6 feet in a cemetery. So he was talking about all of his enemies, not only just Kendrick Lamar, but he was just mentioning all of them. And I guess he drops this whole thing with I don't know. I don't know exactly how to clean it up.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how they're dropping. I can't even clean it up.
No.
So anyways, if you want to,
Yeah.
try to do it. But if you want to check it out, Give Me a Hug is the song that they're saying he calls out all of his enemies, including Kendrick Lamar.
Because of the diss record, he called people out to be their enemies. But look at this weekend, All-Star game. He was one of the faces that was always there. But he can't be there because a lot of people that's his enemies are there. So he's making his big world very small instead of saying that was a good one and moving on with your life.
I don't know why I thought earlier this morning that I could clean that up, but then I just started reading it again. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. So Some Sexy Songs for You is on the iHeartRadio app if you want to check it out.
All right, been off a couple days. We're going to update you with what's trending in the world. We'll do that next on Johnny's House.